ladies and gentlemen. Well, you'll by now have seen the posts I've done about a young kid. Uh, got out of high school. He's 23 years old. When he graduated high school, he went straight into the Army. Ended up in the 82nd Airborne over in that hellhole called Afghanistan. Been to jump school, all this stuff. Has 3 unit citations for going above and beyond a call of duty, which to me, as a Vietnam vet, means a hell of a lot. The kid's honest to stay as long. Straight arrow. A guy you can trust at your six. Well, he's getting screwed over, I think, by most of these housing corporations. The one in particular I'm talking about is Aimco, based out of Denver. The corporate phone number is 303-757-8101. But the point in the matter of is he's got a VA voucher. It's a VASH voucher. I believe that's called. Let me check my notes here. Yeah, VASH voucher for housing. He was in Afghanistan. He was in the Army for 3 years, 60% disabled. He's trying to get acclimatized back to civilian life. And as a vet, all of you out there know how hard that is. When Vietnam got over, everybody kind of pushed the vets to the side. You see this war going on now between Afghanistan and Syria and all this other crap. Well, everybody's all on a patriotic fever. Oh, we love our vets. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right. Talk's cheap. Well, there's a place, it's called Bridgewater Apartments. They're in Massachusetts. Well, he took this VA voucher there, and he told them, hey, I got this. They said, oh, we're vet friendly, you're welcome here, and all this other crap. Well, I got the vet voucher. They ran a credit check. They turned him down. Now, this place has federal funding. It has Section 8, all this other crap. They turned him down. Not because he has bad credit. Not because he has good credit. He has unsatisfactory credit. Because the kid's only 23 years old. He joined the Army right after he got out of high school. Has never used a day of credit in his life. Paid cash for everything when he was in the Army, the shit he bought, just like all of us did when we were in the military. Gets out, disabled, trying to get on with his life, and gets shafted by the corporate computers. Now, how can a place say they're vet friendly and not have a heart? I don't know. Kid's old enough to go and do what the country demanded of him. He lost part of his body's abilities because of it. He was the point man for every one of his patrols, running the IED gear, which anybody in the military knows point men usually don't survive. He was being recruited by the special forces, before he got disabled. He's trying to get on with his life. First name is Joey. He was in the 82nd Airborne. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this old goat here still gives a shit about the vets. You got these corporations that do lip service to it. Yeah, we give a shit, we care, we yell, rah, 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 siskumba, but, when push comes to shove, they're all worried about what their computers tell them. He's got a person working, at the Brockton, Massachusetts VA office that has lied through her teeth. Her name's Susan Price. She says she's called these people. It's all set up. Boom, boom, boom. You're good to go there and find out. No, she never called them. She was supposed to bring the deposit down for the apartments. He didn't. My friend's son had to shell out $750 of his own money for the deposit. Now, bear in mind, this kid's now getting, a disability payment of, well, maybe $1,400 a month. You know, at the least. And all he's trying to do is get on with his friggin' life. Get acclimatized back to civilian life, which is a whole different circus than what he's used to. It seems that here is what the apartment manager told them when they went in and talked to him. Yes, we are a veteran-friendly establishment. We enjoy having veterans at our facility. We work with them. We work with the VA. Blah 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 blah. I look at it this way: when you're 23 years old, you go from high school straight to the military, and you end up putting in 3 years in the army before you get disabled to get out. You ain't had time to build no credit. You ain't had time to have a credit card. And I don't recall there's very many places over in Afghanistan that accept a credit card. You spend most of your tour overseas. Where in the hell are you going to use your credit? So maybe we all could take a little time away from our, day-to-day bullshit we deal with. Maybe actually take a look at the flag that's flying on the pole outside whatever building you're near, right? It flies one, few and far between nowadays. And realize, we owe these veterans something. This kid's not asking for a handout. He's asking for a hand up of what was promised to him. As a Vietnam vet, I'm used to everybody crapping on me. We got no support system. We got no gratification. Nobody even wanted to acknowledge we were alive. They all wanted us to go away. This kid's got 60% disability in his body, and they're going to crap on him some more. The Susan Price out of the Brockton, Massachusetts VA office personally needs to be fired. She's either fucking somebody or blowing somebody to keep her job. She don't know her ass from a hole in the ground. She dances around everything, half-asses everything. Sorry, I get a little irritated when you start fucking with, brothers I've never met. Because, like it or not, no matter what service you're in, every vet is a brother. We've all seen the elephant. We all know what it means. The fact this kid got 3 unit citations for going above and beyond the call of duty to most normal civilians don't mean nothing. To me, it means that's a top-notch kid. He's a good soldier. First name is Joey. I'm not going to give his last name out because the kid is trying to get a job with the feds. He's got high security clearances, all that shit. All the kid's looking for is a place to live. We see vets on the streets every day, every city. Nobody gives a goddamn a rat's ass. Well, maybe it's time we all started to. Maybe take a minute, drop a dime, call AIMCO's corporate office in Denver, Colorado. Let them know, hey, this ain't cool. Y'all say one thing and do a total another. Is there a single person out there that's never needed somebody's helping hand once in a while? Are y'all too damn good to spend 5 minutes making a phone call or send an email if it don't affect your life? I don't know. There are people that say I'm anachronism. I'm too damn old. That I should give up on the American people having pride in being American. Give up on people actually giving a shit about somebody that's not looking to scam them. I posted these things out on the communities I belong to, and people started acting like they were a troll, like he was a troll. No. He's a flesh and blood human being, proud as hell. And to be honest, he don't even know I'm doing this. But when I see a veteran getting shafted so blatantly, if he didn't live on the other side of the country, I'd be saying, hey, you got a place at my place. Stay as long as you want. I don't give a shit. Get yourself up, get yourself going. Because I may be 60 years old, but I remember what it was like the first couple of years after I got out of the military. Bouncing from place to place to place, just trying to settle in, trying to blend in, trying to get used to the craziness that's called civilian life again. He had a VA voucher, which basically is a guarantee of rent payment. Pure and simple. These clowns accept Section 8, welfare rejects, and everything else that have no credit. How do they get around it? I mean, is a phone call too much to ask? If you see this video, and you got a heart left, repost the motherfucker. Pass it on. Sooner or later, somebody's going to get the message. We have to start giving a shit about our own people. It doesn't matter what the goddamn magic box on your desk says. Well, his credit rating is unsatisfactory. Hell, I've declared bankruptcy. My credit rating is still bad. It comes up bad. Unsatisfactory means you've never had credit. Didn't we all have to start someplace? Going down that slippery slope? Let's see if we can come together as a people. Even if it's just the goddamn vets out there. The old fogies like me. They're too damn old and crippled to run with the big dogs. Let's see if we can give these young bucks a chance to stand on their own. Because goddamn it, they've earned it. Whether it be in Iraq, Syria, or Afghanistan, these young boys went from being high school kids to sitting there ducking artillery. And in my frame of mind, I think they've earned every bit of respect and honor we can give them. Yeah, this video don't have somebody's big skanky ass sticking out. It ain't got little cats on it. It ain't got none of that fancy ass bullshit. It's just got a tired old redneck that's trying to reach deep into anybody that watches this' soul. So let's all make a phone call to this Aimco Corporation out of Denver, Colorado. Their phone number again, area code 303-757-8101. Let them know, hey, your managers are saying you're vet friendly, then be veteran friendly. Give the kids a chance. He's got guaranteed money going to pay his rent. What more can a corporation ask for? What do you want him to do? Piss blue vinegar? Shit gold bars. I don't know. That's my rant for today. Y'all can reach me at redneckrebel1956 at gmail.com. If anybody actually thinks they got an answer to it or has another way to help him, I will not put his last name out on the public airwaves. But if you need to have that information to get something going, you can email me. You can contact me on Google Plus or Hangouts. You ask me, and you promise not to release the name to the public web, I will give it to you. But for right now, we got a general problem. All these corporations are making money by saying they're veteran friendly. And they're doing everything they can to shaft every vet they see. Kind of reminds me of the 1970s when the Vietnam vets came home. Which my wife says is not a good memory for me. And seeing as she's lived with me for 34 years, I think she knows what she's talking about. But to all, if you have a heart, let's see if we can work to something. Get this kid and other kids like him a chance to get on their feet. Get on with their life. Let's show them this country stands up for what we owe them instead of turning our back on them. Again, the place he was trying to get into is called the Bridgewater Apartments, and they're in Massachusetts. They are owned by the company called Aimco, that's AIMCO, and they're based out of Denver, Colorado, owned by a bunch of investors. And their phone number, area code 303-757-8101. That's the end of this rant. I would like anybody and everyone that sees this to repost it. Post the hell out of it. Let's get everybody, including God, involved on this one. Because by God's little children, these boys have earned it. That's all I gotta say. God bless y'all, and may your next day be pleasant. And, long live America because of the fact of these young kids. I salute them. I honor them. Most of all, I respect them. Good night.